Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Meloncita, and today I am going to be doing my February planner journal check-in. So if you're interested in seeing all of the things that I've used this month, then keep watching. So I have this kind of situated into two different piles. So this side is more of like my planners that I touch, or I'm trying to get into daily. And this side is more of like my creative projects and hobbies. So we're actually going to start first with the daily planner journal stuff. I'm going to move these to the side. Okay, so if you have watched my videos, this stack might look pretty familiar except one new addition. So I'm going to go through these kind of planners and journals that I go through pretty much daily. So I guess I'll start from the top. So this is actually, let me start from the bottom. So here is my catch-all goal setting budget Franken planner where I have all of my kind of big admin task main planner. This is what I call my main planner. I did have it on the smaller discs that you might have seen in my previous videos, but I finally moved it over to my kind of metal disc system that I have here. I also took out some of the old pages from the months before. So here is the planner for that I use. So this part is my catch-all planner. So you might have seen these in my previous video. So this is my big dashboard planner where I have my goal setting / catch-all. So here was the month of February. This is where I kind of have my combination Moxie Life system with my happy planner. So this is the monthly. This is where I put in my my weekly actions that I completed. I usually color code it, but I think during the time when I was filling this out, I couldn't find my pouch that had my highlighters. I found it now. It was actually in the nursery, but I did find it, and so I will color code these later, so that you have a better idea. But this is the month of February. It's not very cute. It's more like this whole planner is very much more practical. So here is the first week. This was not very filled out, and this is a trend that I've noticed in this month. So just so you have an idea of how the set is set up, I have my daily my kind of daily to-dos on this side, and then on this side is where my Moxie weekly actions and my reflections go. So my weekly actions go here, my reflections go here, and then this is kind of where I meal plan. So this was the first week, second week, and then this section is actually where I try to keep track of where I am in my reading. So this week I was reading Becoming, Michelle Obama's first book. And so keeping track of the pages I need to be in, my steps, and my water. This one, this was not we did a lot. I was able to get a lot done, but this was a pretty rough week. Also, my daughter got into my planner, so that's why it's kind of ripped here. And then this is actually this week. I'm actually filming this on Sunday. And this is going to be my weekly actions. I'm going to do my weekly reflections. I'm also going to do my monthly reflections, but that'll be in a different video. This dashboard here is where I keep my HB90 projects and projects that I need to work on. And so as you can see, I have a lot going on, and I need to move some stuff. But for the most part, it was a week, I will say, and it was a month. And so that's how this planner looks. I will be doing a separate video when it comes to my monthly reflections for February and my monthly goals for March and the weekly actions for the first week of March. So look out for that video. But that's just how February looked like in this planner. I also have my budget in here, but I don't show that because, it has to do with money. So I'm not really comfortable sharing that online right now. Maybe in the future, I don't know. It's something I'm considering, seeing how I can share how I budget. But for now, that is how this planner looked. And I'm actually going to put this back. Okay, the next planner is what I'm calling my hobby planner, or my hobby planner. So this is where I keep track of what media I am consuming. So mainly reading. So I have the books that I'm reading here. So this is the reading journal part. These are the currently books that I'm reading right now. So A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I have this paper here from AM Paper and Art Co. It came from a bookish sub box, so I don't think it's available anymore. But this helps me to kind of keep track of just the books that I'm reading. These are the stats that I like to keep track of for each book. And I use this number of pages to figure out how many pages I need to read in order to finish it on time. Most of the books that I read are borrowed from the library, so I have kind of a time limit. I'll show, actually, this is a good example. So I'm reading Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I own this book, so I'm taking my kind of sweet ass time with this book. Becoming, which is Michelle Obama's biography. So this is an example. So the book itself has 420 pages. From the library, I was able to borrow it for a month. So I want to put 30 days that I need to read. And so it equates to about 14 pages a day. I rounded up to like easy numbers. So like multiples of 5. So instead of 14 a day, I'd probably do 15 a day. And then each day, I just need to read 15 pages a day, and then I'll be able to finish it before I have to return it. It's already renewed, so I'm not really too stressed about finishing this book. But yeah, I've been reading it, and then going every time I read, like each day, I kind of write down like a summary or my initial thoughts of how I felt about it. This is another book that I'm reading. It was for last month or this February's book club. Lights Out. It's a romance book. That's all I'm gonna say about it for right now because I did start it, and you might be able to see. But I hate it already. But um, I'm not a huge fan of romance, but I will just read it, for fun, I guess. The second section is for video games, so I actually haven't been keeping this up to date, but I'm just showing some of the pages from previous games. The games that I have played are Supermarket Simulator. Don't ask, I don't know what it is about it, but there's just something. There it goes. There's just something kind of relaxing for me, at least, about that kind of game. So that's what I've been playing. I also tried Cooking Simulator. That one was really stressful. Maybe I'll pick it up again, but it was pretty stressful. The next section is for music that I listened to. These are pages from the really old Happy Planner pages that were project pages. And so I've been using I'm trying to figure it out, but I've been using this for like albums. So one of the artists that I listened to this month was Lorna Shore. I don't know, I guess they're like a hardcore band. I heard a lot of people talking about it, so I listened to it. I think I've heard it before, and I was like, nah, it's okay. It's kind of like what I expected from it. But it was fine. The songs were really long. And so I kind of like, not dozed off, but kind of like was spacing out when I was listening to it. This is from last month, Creator. I typed up kind of like my initial thoughts, but I didn't actually write it down. And so that's how I've been planning to try to use these pages in this section, is just when I listen to it. Usually I'm listening to the music while I'm playing the game, Supermarket Simulator, and I just write down my initial thoughts. I was thinking of like writing in this overview part, like what got me into the band or why I'm listening to it. This planning steps area is more of just like initial thoughts, and then maybe like this action steps or like the songs, like the song list, just so that I have an idea and try to remember. And then any notes, I guess, that I have here. I didn't do that because the songs were just kind of they were like okay. I wasn't really paying attention so much. But yeah, that's the music part. And then this section is going to be sewing part. So I guess I'll show it. So I am trying to get into sewing my own clothes or just sewing in general. And so eventually I want to get into cosplaying. But there's just something about the sewing machine, cutting up fabric and then putting it together that is really intimidating. But I need to get over it, and just the advice that I always hear is like, you just need to start, and I'm just afraid to start. So I'm just taking baby steps, taking notes of what pattern I want to try. So I'm trying the Simplicity S9742. It's a Mrs. dress that I have from a while ago. I have like an old bed sheet that I want to use that I found. And then I took my measurements. And so don't mind this. This is just a little. That's the thing about sewing, is I have to be realistic with my sizes, and being a mom now, I'm a little different in my size, and so it's just something I have to accept, and make clothes that fit me. So I shouldn't have anyway. So that's what this section is going to be. This was from like an old sewing notebook that I have, and these are all the books that I finished actually before. Yeah, this is from 2025 actually. Yeah, Slewfoot, Shadow in the Ember. Um, yeah, so this is what it normally looks like, I guess, with books that I'm reading. So that's probably what I'll do at the end. I'll just gather them all together and put them in the back somewhere. But yeah, so that is my hobby creative journal, or my hobby journal, sorry. Next will be my daily highlights journal. It is my Aura Estelle Magnet A5 Daily for 2026. So for February, let's see. So I use this to keep track of all of the things that happened every single day, all of the details, right? So in the monthly, I do kind of like a sticker a day with like a little highlight. I need to catch up clearly, but this is kind of the idea behind it. Is just kind of just look to see and then get an idea of what happened during the month. This is supposed to be a habit tracker. I don't know what I want to track in here, so I'm still figuring that out, but that's okay. This page will be like my currently page, so I think I'm going to be making a video for this one as well as for January. I want to kind of do like a snapshot. I've gotten this idea from a bunch of creators. I think like Kelsey Doodles, I think I saw maybe, and then like Julie Plans maybe has done something like this, where it's like each month. It's basically a currently page, things that I'm doing during that month as kind of like a snapshot of like all the things like, what are the categories that I have? Hold on, I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, so things, so the prompts that I'm going to keep track of is like things that I'm watching, reading, listening to, making, playing, planning, and that's going to be here. And then maybe like in the center will be like favorite memory or favorite thing that happened, something like that. I don't know, I haven't done it yet. But yeah, so this is how the weeks look. Each day I write down everything, like down to the detail. Some of them are missing because sometimes I do catch up on like my phone. So I have like a Google Doc for each month where I keep track of each day and then I fill it in later. A lot of the times because I'm putting my daughter to sleep. And so like when I'm in bed or holding her, it's a lot easier to do it, to keep track than to try to go in and write it down. You know what I mean? So then the weekly, what I have is here, I write down like the 3 main highlights that happened for each day, and then like a little note or letter to myself. Minimal stickers, but still trying to decorate it just because it's just fun for me to see all of the decorations and all the pages filled, and also just to make this journal like, you know, nice and fluffy. It makes me super happy. But yeah, and then March will start here. So that is how I used my daily. I love this thing. I will continue to do this. Done this since 2024. This is probably going to be like forever kind of thing for me, at least for now. She is chunky. So the last planner for my kind of like daily, everyday maintenance admin type is this Laurel Denise planner. It is a newest addition to my lineup, and I'm going to try to use it for my work planner. So it is the Scout layout. Hold on. The Scout layout. I did recently just get it, so this is kind of just like playing around with the layouts. But what makes this planner kind of unique is that you have the monthly and the weeklies are always in view. So you have the weeklies down here, and then the monthly is always here. So I want to use it for content creation. So I have like the calendar always in view with all of the to-dos down here and just kind of like minimal decoration. I don't know what I want to track here. I do want to track something. I just don't know what. But I was just like dicking around and kind of just putting stuff randomly just to see how I liked it, like putting down stickers and writing things out. Like, yeah, I have like this whole plan here. So far I'm liking it. I think I have to do something where I have to keep it open at all times so that I'm always seeing it. Yeah, see, like this week is not set up yet because I just don't know how I want to use it. So this month will probably be like a full test run. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be kind of just writing out what I actually did and trying to time to see like when I started and when I stopped, just to see any patterns of activity. So like most of the activity that I see is like recordings on the weekends, because that makes sense because my husband works a full-time job and like a typical Monday through Friday job, and then being able to just do pockets of time to edit in between. But you know, I want to see how the month goes, and then I can plan accordingly. So that is that planner. So those were all my like practical planners. I'm still going strong. I think I like to think. I mean, I'm still doing things every day, so that's always a good plus. Now these set of planners are more of my creative planners, my creative projects, and things that I don't really touch on like daily, but I do enjoy going into. So this is the stack of my creative project stuff. I'll start off with this one, and I think I should bring my other one just for context. So this is going to be my creative memory, my creative photo memory. So this is for the 2025 year, and this is for this current year, 2026. The system that I have now is pretty new, and it started in 2025. The way that I used to do it was that I have two things. So I'd have a photo memory and then a creative vertical. The creative vertical was where I used sticker kits. It was highly decorated, and it was in tandem with my daily highlights, documenting all of the little things that happened each week. And then I had my photo memory where it was all of the photos that I took and then like all of the memorabilia and stuff like that. In 2025, I wanted to try something where I combine the two so I'm not like in so many planners at once. And so I finished January a while ago, but I'm just going to do a quick flip through because it has like, you know, photos and stuff like that. But that's basically what it looks like. And then in between, I'll have, what's it called? I'll have extra pages if I need it for other like more memory stuff. So this is a good one. I guess this is a good example of like a combination creative memory, creative photo memory kind of thing. So I use like different stickers. I use a lot of kits as well, combining it and adding photos to it. So I really like this. And then February, let me see. I'm going to turn it to see what it looks like. So this reminder, this is February 2025. So this is before my baby was born. The monthly is going to be very similar. I've been using these kind of, the shop is no longer open anymore, but Sticker Guru, had these monthly kits that I loved using. And so I used that, to decorate this monthly. I think I have a video of how I would do the monthly, and I'm doing very similar, except now I'm just adding in photos. And for the most part, I have like, a lot of what's it called, February is done. I think I just have one more week. Yeah, I have one more week to do. It's the last week of February, and I'm using this theme because I think this is when I finished Onyx Storm. So I have like the dragon stuff and I have reading stuff. I have a combination of this SPC old kit that I have the leftovers for because the boxes kind of match the color scheme. And like, it's me, my little baby bump. But yeah, so I'm almost done with February, and then March is just getting started. So I've been prepping for that as well, getting the photos ready so that I can decide. I have a spreadsheet where I keep track of the kits that I want to use for each week. So that, like, you can tell what kind of planner I am, right? Based on like how much I plan for my plans. But yeah, so February for 2025 is coming along, and then here's 2026. I think this month I'm going to start trying to catch up for January. So this is another vertical, super neutral layout. I think the new year starts in this week. Yeah, so I love this because I'm excited to try I don't know what I want to do with this because like the new year starts on this side and this is 2025 on this side. So like, how are we going to do it? Anyway, I think this month I'm going to start doing them in tandem. So I'm going to be doing March in this one and then maybe like the first 2 weeks in January in this one. just so I can get just so I can get a move on both of these, and I'm not in the same predicament that I am with this one. So these are the two. And just a reminder, I'm not in these every day. I just get to it when I get to it. These are the kind of projects where it's just like, when I can do it, I can do it. So the next journal that I have here is my junk journal. You might have seen this on my Instagram. This is more of just like really, I guess, more of a creative place to put more of like the stickers, like the freebies that I get, trying out different things. I got a new set of like acrylic markers that I was trying out. Here's from JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop. My other journal that I have will make more sense, but a lot of these I pulled out because I forgot that I had them. And so I from JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop, she had like a Gilmore Girls thing, and so I ordered it. It came with this envelope, and I actually wrote a letter to myself, and I put it in here. These are from like the freebie sheets that she had. I found that I kept some of these. This is Once More with Love. And I kept some of the freebies, but I forgot where I put them. And then I found them recently, so I put them in here. This is from the Taylor Ryan Designs and Manny Journals collaboration. I actually did this today because I found it. And I did this today too with the Scribble SPC February mystery journaling thing. I just wanted to try it. These papers fit in A5, but because like the Archer and Olive paper is kind of curved, I do have to cut it, but it's no big deal. But it's just been fun to just kind of like slap stickers down, especially when I get them from like different shops. Just trying out different things. I love how this one came out, and it's making me want to place more orders for things. I do have one more that I need to do of my AM Paper and Art Co. Order that came in. I got like some cute tissue paper in that and like the freebies that came in. So I want to try that. I also have some other like freebies from there. The next March SPC one, I think, is the SPC mystery for March. I think is mine's coming in tomorrow. So maybe I'll make another one of those. But yeah, this has been just a lot of fun to do when I get them. But this one is is actually a lot more fun because this is what I've been calling my graveyard journal. And so initially it started off as when I finish a set, I kind of just put the stickers down. But then my daughter found it, and it turned into kind of me just like putting things that she finds into here. So she recently found my washi tape drawers, and so she pulled them out, and it made me think like, oh, I haven't seen these in a while. And so I started putting those down. These are from like these wrong sheets that she pulled out, and I was like, you know what, I should put these sheets into a sticker I should take these off of the sheets and put them in my like sticker book, where like my makeshift sticker book that I have. And so these are the ones that I knew I wasn't going to use, so I just put them here. She pulled out these washi tapes. She pulled out this washi tape, and I was like, you know what, there isn't that much left on here, so I'm just going to put them on here. And so it's just been kind of like fun to like, oh yeah. And then we started playing a game where like I put it onto the paper and lift like a little corner up, and she would pull it off. And so this has just become like a little, I wouldn't call it like a decoy journal for her, but it is kind of like her decoy journal so that she doesn't go into my other journals. She seems to really like this one. So this has become my decoy journal. And then I had mentioned in my previous video that I wanted to do a craft a month. So this is a little pouch that I've been keeping my my cross stitch in. It's small enough. I think I got it from a wedding that I attended. And so this is the project that I was working on. It's Hello Kitty. I'm not done yet. She's almost done. But trying to find pockets of time to finish it. But this is how far I've come so far. She's going to look like this. So we're almost there. Yeah, we're getting there. We're pretty close. I just need to do the outline and then the back, and then like the back stitching for her whiskers. But then she'll be done. So I'm really proud of myself. I actually got this. I'm probably gonna finish this tonight when I'm done with this video. But the next craft that I'm going to be working on, let me pull it up actually. So this is the next craft of the month that I'm going to be working on. It is embroidery kit. So this I got from, I think, Marshall's, yeah, for like $5, and it comes with all of these. It comes with pre-printed fabric, a plastic embroidery hoop, embroidery floss and needle, and then some instructions. And the image is a pumpkin with some flowers. So I've had this for pretty much a year. I didn't get it last fall. I got it the fall before that. And so I really need to get this done because I have a Simpsons embroidery that I really want to make, but I wanted some practice kits before I get to that one, because that one I want to make sure that I'm ready. Like, I don't want that to be my first one. Like, these are going to be my practice ones. I have two other embroidery kits that I'm going to use as kind of like practice, but this one's going to be my first one. I know we're going into March, but it's like, it's just for practice. So this will be the next project for the month of March. So that was pretty much all of the creative journals that I had going for this month, and the crafts and the projects and stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to continuing on. I think I'm making really great progress with my creative photo memory, my creative photo memory, and I'm really proud of myself for how much I've done so far. It's also just really nice to go back into those memories and like kind of looking at those photos again, remembering things. It's really nice and great. And the last thing I wanted to show, this is not really accurate because this is since November. I haven't actually cleaned this out. But these are my empties that I went through for the month of February. And so a lot of these are just like, most of them are Happy Planner sticker sheets, but some are Sticker Guru. And I forgot that I did this. I used to do this where every month I would count all of the number of pages from the different shops that I got or that I used up, for fun, to just see and like see what shops I was playing with and like which ones I really enjoyed. Oh yeah, this is from Lunar New Year. This is from Live Love Posh book, I think. Hold on. It's gonna take me a little bit, so give me 1 second. So the stats for the number of things that I used was 12 sticker sheets and 1 sticker book finished from Happy Planner, 32 sheets from Wrong. So this, I don't know if I'd really count these because these were just moving these stickers into my reusable sticker book that I made. But I'll count it as empties. For Sticker Guru, for Sticker Guru, I have 7 small sheets and 7 big sheets. For 1 Ton and a Million, I have 3 sheets. Live Love Posh, I have 3 sheets. Mama Gloria, I have 7.5 sheets. So I cut these in half because the way that I have in storage, when you cut them in half, they fit. So I technically use 3.5 full sheets, I guess. For SPC, Scribble Pins Co., I have 6 big sheets and 1 little sheet. For Plum Paper, I have 1 sheet. And then I forgot these. For JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, those were the empties that I used up for this month. It's always just, I don't know, I like stats, and I like looking at numbers and things, and just kind of seeing overall what I've used, and just for fun. What I do with these, I recycle them for the most part. The only ones that I do keep are these Happy Planner pages that are the thick plastic. This is actually what I use to make my reusable pages in my like makeshift sticker book. You might have seen it, but I basically take off the plastic backing of the papers, and then I put them back to back, tape them, and then I have a Happy Planner punch, and I just punch them and then put them in the book. These are handy for if I have like a sticker that I pulled up, but I'm not ready to use it yet. I just put it down on here, or if I have like extra washi tape or something like that that I want to use at a different time, I'll put it there. But for the most part, oh wait, what am I doing? I'm saving those. What am I doing? These are saving. These are recycling. But yeah, so these are all of the sticker sheets that I used from the beginning of like half of January. No, I'm sorry, half of January, and then like a little bit of January into February. So I don't know. I think that's pretty good. So that was all of the journals and planners and notebooks that I have been using for this month, as well as the projects and things that I'm going to be working on. They're too heavy to all put on here, so I'm just going to put the ones that I can. Anyway, there you go. So these are the journals and the planners and the notebooks that I have been using for the month of February. I think that I'm doing pretty good. I would say that progress is being made in all of these. I'm using them when I can and what I needed it for. And so I'm really proud of myself for sticking to it. If you like what you saw and you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and click into my face to subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I have a ton of videos coming out. At least they should be coming out. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.